I'm so excited to come and play in London very soon on the 26th of January 2025 with Alter Planetrude's Opus 10 and Opus 25 in the beautiful Britain Theatre. After the concert there's going to be a meet and greet like always, and I'm looking forward to see a lot of you guys there and get to know you. You'll find tickets and information down below in the description box. See you guys in London. What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anik, I'm a classical pianist, and today we're going to talk about one of the most common mistakes. Too much pedal. Let's be honest guys, most of the people are taking way too much pedal, and you are probably one of them, otherwise you wouldn't be here now. So in today's video we are going to talk about the most common mistakes and how to fix them. Let's go. Okay, this is probably the most common mistake when people try to make music in general, which is they are not listening. Sure, your ears are working perfectly fine, but what your brain is hearing is very often very far away from the reality. I mean, I think every one of us had the experience that when you try to record yourself, the recording sounds so much different from what you thought you were actually playing. And this doesn't only count for pedaling, but for the rest as well. So especially tempo, pulse, dynamics, articulation, and just everything. I guess this is because we already have an image of the sound that we want to create in our brain, and this is kind of overwriting what is actually happening in reality, so our brain is kind of tricking ourselves, which makes us believe that we already created the sound that we want to achieve, but we are actually not there yet. Now, this will take a long time and a lot of discipline to fix, and actually I'm not sure if you can really fix it, because this is kind of a thing that you will have to do forever. You have to start to listen very actively to yourself, and something that helps me a lot personally is to record myself a lot. Like, I'm recording myself every day just to check and to control if I'm actually hearing what I'm thinking I'm hearing. Alright, mistake number 2 is pushing the pedal too early. Very often I see my students pushing down the pedal too early, or sometimes people don't even lift the pedal completely before they go down again. What happens is very obvious. The sound of the previous note gets stuck in the new fresh pedal and it makes the sound completely dirty. And that's exactly the moment when your teacher tells you, Digga, das ist zu viel Soße. Again, listen very carefully and just try out how late you can actually push down the pedal. I promise you, you would be surprised at how late you can actually push down the pedal without breaking the sound, but therefore getting a very clean and professional pedaling. Okay, mistake number 3, left hand orientation. Now, orientating yourself on the left hand is not completely wrong, but you also have a right hand. So it's basically too less to only listen to your left hand, because very often our right hand is actually playing many more notes, which makes our pedaling very messy if you keep the pedal for the full measure. So what I see very often is people push down the pedal on the bass note and they keep it there for the rest of the measure, regardless of what the right hand is doing. But the right hand is moving a lot! Okay, so every time your right hand has to play scales or is using a lot of notes that are very close to each other, don't use too much pedal, or don't use any pedal at all actually. Practice with no pedal and then slowly add a little bit of pedal and you'll immediately hear that it's too much. But if the full measure is keeping the same harmony and you're not having any extra notes that are sticking out of that harmony, you can actually leave the pedal there without making the sound too messy. Still, be careful. Listen, okay? Use your ears. Okay, following instructions. Yes, a lot of composers wrote how they want the pedal to be used, like when to push it down and when to lift it. If you look, for instance, into Beethoven's composition, you'll see very detailed pedaling instructions, and we know actually that Beethoven really loved to use the pedal. However, we always have to keep in mind that the composers used completely different instruments that we have nowadays. On the historical instrument, you can use much more pedal compared to the modern piano. So my tip for you, if you have the chance to play on a historical instrument, try to play the piece with the pedal instruction exactly how it is written, and listen very carefully to what kind of sound effect is created through the pedal. And when you then have to play on the modern instrument, try to recreate that kind of sound effect through a little bit of pedal, half pedal, vibration pedal, or whatever, just as good as possible. It's not going to come out the same as on a historical instrument normally, but you can get pretty close to it if you know what kind of sound effect the composer wanted to achieve through the pedal instructions. Okay guys, so the most important thing is to use your ears. The pedal is being played with your ears, not your feet, okay? Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more piano content in the future. Also, if you want to support this channel and me, consider supporting me on Patreon. You'll find a link in the description box. See you guys in the next videos or in London. Stay healthy and stay safe. Bye. And now go back practice.